As you might recall from early on, one of the things our design calls for is scrolling of the app bar. And to do this scrolling, we're going to make use of a brand new support library we've created to help with material design, the design library. This library contains tons of stuff to help you implement material patterns. It supports all sorts of AppBar patterns, including collapsing toolbars with floating action buttons, collapsing toolbars with pinning, AppBar scrolling with pinned lists, parallax scrolling with underscroll, parallax scrolling with collapsing app bars. And it's a lot more than just app bar patterns. It also supports things like navigation views, snack bars and floating action buttons, tab layouts with fixed and scrolling tabs, and material text input with collapsing hint text. These tools and more open up the palette for Android developers to easily implement more material design and to do so in consistent ways. The key to how most of this functionality is implemented is the coordinator layout. Coordinator layout is part of the design library. Its basic functionality is similar to frame layout. Any views that are placed in a coordinator layout overlap by default. You can use layout gravity to align the views within the layout. Similar to relative layout, views can be positioned based upon sibling views, except in a more limited way. Gravity can be applied to position the view center up, down, left, or right with regards to the parent view. Most interestingly, coordinator layout supports behavior classes that can alter the layout. When we use a snack bar and we have a floating action button inside of a coordinator layout, the default behavior for a floating action button will check to see if there are any overlapping snack bars and automatically move the floating action button out of the way. AppBar layout is a special kind of linear layout that works with coordinator layout to animate various kinds of toolbar patterns during nested scrolling with a sibling view. Each child of AppBar layout takes layout scroll flags that define the behavior when nested scrolling is taking place, and the sibling to the AppBar is given the AppBar scrolling view behavior to coordinate with the AppBar. So this is how our AppBar will scroll off the screen when we scroll our recycler view. We add the collapsing toolbar layout to the mix for some of those really fancy animations. It allows for some really complicated transition. And the best thing is you can create all this complex behavior in XML layouts without having to touch the code.